Hello, fourth graders. I'm here to walk you guys through the Appalachian Plateau notes for social studies today. As always, whenever you open up your OneNote app, make sure that you've selected your name up at the top. That way you're working in your notebook. For this page, you should be on the Appalachian Plateau on the side where the pages are listed. I'm going to use my fingers to zoom way in on our notes so we can write in them. I'm also going to click draw, select my black pen, and click draw with touch so I can use my touch screen. First, we're going to define the word plateau, and that is elevated land I don't like how close I wrote that, so I'm going to erase, and I'm going to rewrite that. Elevated land that is flat on top. And I think I'm going to draw a little picture of it. So it's got like steep sides, and it's flat on the top. Almost like a plain on the top, like we learned about the coastal plain. But this is high up land. So I'm going to use my fingers to pinch my screen, and I'm going to come down to our trusty instructions for our map. We've done this 4 times now, so we're going to first create a compass rose on the map of Virginia. I'm going to zoom in so I can make my compass rose, and you guys have this down, I'm sure. I'm going to put north, east, south, and west. Remember, never eat soggy waffles. I'm going to use my fingers to pinch my screen and come down here and put a check next to create a compass rose on the map of Virginia. My second bullet says color the Appalachian Plateau brown. So I don't see brown up here. I'm going to see if it's in here. Oh, we've got some brown. I'm going to use this little marker here because it's so small. It's just this little piece because the actual Appalachian Plateau, it doesn't really live in Virginia. It goes into different states. So only a little tiny piece of it is in Virginia, that little southwestern part of Virginia. I'm going to come up here and go back to my black pen, and I'm going to check off that I colored in my Appalachian Plateau. My third bullet says color and label the Chesapeake Bay and the Atlantic Ocean. So we've done this every single time. I'm going to get my blue highlighter, color all around, all the way up to Maryland. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm going to come back to my black pen, and I'm going to write CB for Chesapeake Bay, right in between the eastern shore and our other peninsulas. And then AO for Atlantic Ocean out there on the eastern side of our eastern shore. Checked off that I completed step number 3, and we're on to the last step, color over the fall line in red. Hopefully you guys remember what 2 regions does the fall line separate. We have the coastal plain over here and the Piedmont region over there to the west. Remember, we have our capital, Richmond, right there with that star. I'm going to check off that I colored over the fall line in red. So we've moved through all 5 regions. We have the coastal plain, the Piedmont, the Blue Ridge, that narrow little region. We have the Valley and Ridge, and last, our little tiny piece of the Appalachian Plateau. So I'm going to use my fingers on my screen and pinch my screen, and I'm going to drag it down so I can see my fill in the blank. I'm going to come back to my black pen, and I'm going to fill in my 3 blanks. First blank says the Appalachian Plateau is located in blank, Virginia. We're looking for a direction. So I know using my compass rose that the Appalachian Plateau is in southwest Virginia. So I'm going to zoom back in, and I'm going to write southwest. Remember, you can either use typing or drawing on your computer to fill in these blanks, and if I'm moving too fast, you can pause the video. Second blank, only a small part of the plateau is located in Virginia. Make sure you put a capital V because Virginia is a proper noun. It is a state. It needs to have a capital letter. And finally, relative location. The Appalachian Plateau is blank the Valley and Ridge region. It is west of the Valley and Ridge region. So once you are finished filling in the blanks, you're going to come over here just like we've done on every note page, and you're going to click and drag the blue pieces into the grid above. I have a little hint for you. Hopefully you're still listening. There's 4 sections and there's 5 pieces. One of the pieces won't be used. So you're going to have a piece left over that you don't drag into the grid. So first, is all of the Appalachian Plateau in Virginia? That's going to be yes or no. Only use one of them. Second box, what region does the Appalachian Plateau border? We're looking for a region. Third question, what is a plateau? And last question, what part of Virginia is the Appalachian Plateau in? So drag these pieces and move them to the correct box. Once you're done moving those pieces, your teacher will be able to see where you moved them to see if you got it correct.